All right, so here we go. Engine is rough mounted up, and what I'm going to do now is show you guys how to make a clean cowl installation. That was the whole reason I decided to go with this engine is I wanted a really clean looking cowl. I wanted something very close to scale. So let's get right into it and discuss how we do this so that way we're not drilling a bunch of goofy holes. So I'm going to spin you guys around and look. First off, I did, as I said before, get the new cowl from Horizon. They took care of that, the new one. They've taken care of everything that was damaged. And again, to some people, it doesn't bother them. To me, for what I spent on the model and what I want it to be, yeah, it should come non-damaged. But anyway, Horizon did a great job, great customer service, took care of everything, and I got it really quick. So on this model, I will trim out, they have an opening right there that is open on the Real X Cub, and I am going to open up this whole bottom mouthpiece that's black. You want the exit of this thing usually to be, I think they said twice the size, if memory serves me right. The exit has to be actually bigger than the inlets to actually provide good airflow pressure to cool the engine. So, and then the other thing I'll be doing is I am going to cut small slits in the cowling right here to have that venting on the side. But let's get right into this thing. So I made sure that my spinner back plate fit, so let's get this thing off of there. We don't need that. I've already taken the liberty to do the other side, so I will show you on this side. Let's get the old GoPro positioned here. So what we are going to do first is you're going to cut two index cards, or an index card, in half like this. You're simply going to take your X-Acto knife, and out here near the end you're simply going to just poke a hole like this, okay? And on this one, you are going to do the same thing again, is you are going to now cut another small hole. I get the cowling screws that should go in it. These are 3mm by 15, but I use these, if you guys can see that, these bonded washers. They come from RTL Fasteners, or you can even pick them up at your Home Depot. I like the bonded washers because they provide good pressure on the cowl, help with vibration, but also they don't back out once you have them tightened. So this is where I do things different than everybody else, because they kind of do things backwards, in my opinion, is I go ahead and I place the screw through the little hole that I make in the index card like this. And now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to thread that into the cowling hole. So that way you know that you're lined up. And I'm going to take the other one and I am going to do the same thing. I just literally poked that thing through there. I'm going to find my blind nut on the inside. I'm going to thread that in like that. Now, I am going to get myself a couple pieces of delicate. This is delicate 3M tape. You do not want to put the tape on these index cards this way, because you don't want this thing to pivot. You want it nice and tight against the fuselage like that. And I tape it there. And I'm going to get another piece and make sure that that's nice and set on there like that. And I'm going to tape that on there as well. I don't want these to rotate. So now what you're going to do is you're going to unthread these like so. We could take those out. Pretty sure my ones on the other side are done. Yep. And now you're going to go ahead and get your cowl, and we are going to get this thing to fit on here. And you want to make sure that the cowling goes under your pieces of paper. So I will make sure the other side is good. And what I like to do here is get myself another couple pieces of tape. I place mine up here on the wing just so I have them, because I don't want the cowling to move once I know that I have the position right. So what I do here is I will come around and literally make sure that the spacing is even. However you want this to fit right in that cowl, we want to center that thing up. And then you are going to slide on your back plate spacer, and obviously you want to set it here so you have some type of gap. You're going to have cowl vibration or whatever else, so we want to make sure that that thing is centered. So let me back this thing off. I'll take this plate off of here and make sure that this is the way I actually want it. And also, one thing to note is when you are using this, I've been burnt by some spinners already. Please make sure you know how your spinner fits. Certain back plates inset into the spinner cones, and some overlap around the outside. So this one is inset. So you want to make sure that we're pretty close to this. If your cone comes over the outside, sometimes they stick back a little bit and you'll need some more clearance. So for this one, I think we're going to be pretty good here. So make sure that I'm centered. And now I'm going to take my tape just make sure that that looks exactly where I want it. What do the carpenters say? Measure twice, cut once. For us, it's ruin one cowl, curse for a week. So if you guys can see this, that's what I'm shooting for. So maybe like 3/8 of an inch, maybe in there, just enough. I think that looks good. Pretty happy with that. I'm pretty centered. And now I am going to go ahead and take my paper and where I laid these, and I am just going to use a Sharpie, and I'm going to mark my centers. So over here on this side, what I've noticed is that I'm actually fairly close to the edge of the cowling, and I don't want that. I do not want my screws, like this side is pretty good, so I'm really not sure why. I guess when we look at, here's a nice part, you just clean those off. A little bit of alcohol on a paper towel. I guess it's because of the thrust of the engine, the way it sits in there. So that's okay. You know, that's why we're doing it like this. So there I'm really good. I'm nice. So I just may need to have to put a little bit more space in there, which, again, it's not hateful. I'm happy with that one. I'm happy with that one. That's pretty centered there. Spacing's not bad. Come over here. Mark that one. Again. Mark that one. All right. Now we know where we want to drill. So what we are going to do is I'm going to time-lapse you guys real quick through the drill. And I'm going to make sure that I support this on the backside when I drill it. I don't want to hold it and just free drill it, because as you're pushing here, you can slip off and scratch it, or you can wind up pressuring this so much that you crack everything around there. So I'm going to use something on the backside. I also like to put some CA right there before I actually drill this, because when you CA that on the backside, it hardens everything and then it makes it nicer to drill through. If you drill the hole then CA the other side, sometimes it runs through and onto the outside, and we don't want that. So let's get this cowling off. Let's get this thing, let's get it drilled and CA'd. So time lapse. All right, guys, we're back from the time lapse. So let me show you what we got done. So on our cowling, we got this part cut out. We got that little scoop cut out. I used a, if you can see that, a small tool, Dremel, to cut the vents on the side, there, and there. And then we got our holes drilled and, like I said, CA'd on the inside. So you guys will get to see how everything fits and looks. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. So all right, now that we have all four of them lined in, you can see I'm going to use those Viton washers. And I'm not going to crush the cowl because they are a rubber like cushion in there. Gonna snug them up. Then we can go and take this stuff off. This is all trash. There. Try not to pull the covering off. So that's garbage. Let's take it with us. Trip around the layer. Come over here to this side. And this may be the only thing we do today, or tonight I should say. It's been a long day of work. Just trying to get something done on the project. Continue working towards August and wings over Piper. Still waiting on my power safe receiver. Not happy I have to wait. I'm patient. So anyway, so there is the distance in our spinner. Maybe that's a 1/4 inch. But guys, come on. Look at this thing. How spot on that is and clean. That's all I have. So see all the dimples? Gotta paint them things, man. Paint marker. Gonna make them black, just like the scale one. But my little vents there, I think they turned out sweet. Not too big, not too small. If you wanna, you can see they're a little jaggedy, a little bit. You can clean that up with some sandpaper or a little file. But man, is she clean looking. Woot woot. You can see the exhaust right down through there. It comes out the bottom. Woot woot. Cylinder heads. Woot woot. Right. Nice. Nice. There's our spinner. And I did go with a roar prop. XOAR from Desert Aircraft. I didn't go with the black one, the scale one. I went with white with red tips. So anyway, hey guys, that's how to install a cowl. Again, it's Brendan down in the lair. If you like it, comment down below, smash that subscribe button, share this stuff, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way as we do more cool stuff, you guys know first. Peace out. Have a great night.